It's Christmas time and I am so excited for Christmas this year. I just can't wait for the day. I'm going to have all my family around me. There's going to be so much food and presents. So I thought I would do a couple of Christmas videos for you. So the first video is going to be how to wrap a Christmas present. So these are things that I learnt from my mum over watching her over years and years of wrapping presents. I'm actually going to do a bit of decorating in this video as well, how to decorate your presents to make them look really pretty. Alright, so let's just jump straight into it. So first you need to use a wrapping paper of your choosing and then grab your present and put it in the center of the paper. Now just disregard the box I'm using here, as I'm just using this as a fake present for the sake of this video. So you place your present on the paper and wrap the top over so you know that you have enough length, and then you position it on the side so you've got enough paper to wrap the sides as well. Then you take your scissors, and if you have good wrapping paper, normally one little cut will allow you to cut the whole piece of wrapping paper with just one slice. And then from there you just trim the edges so it fits to your present perfectly. And don't forget, any excess wrapping paper you might have, make sure you keep it aside just in case you have a present that may fit that size later on. So if you have any uneven edges from cutting, just fold it over on that edge so it's nice and flush and even, so then all your edges are nice and crisp. And then you're just going to take each side and bring it into the center of the gift. And then from here you're just going to grab your tape. Always keep your tape close at hand so it's nice and easy to grab and that your wrapping paper stays exactly where you want to, and just tape it down exactly where you want it. Try not to be too excessive with the sticky tape, but always remember that you can hide the sticky tape quite easily. So now we're going to wrap the sides, and this is the part I've always found to be the hardest. So work with the wrapping paper and work with the present to make those edges nice and sharp so it's easier to fold. And I always find wrapping paper that has foil detail like this one works a lot easier, and you always want to make sure you get a wrapping paper that isn't too thin, that can wrap easily. So as you can see here, I'm just folding all the edges along the side of the present and constantly making those edges nice and flush against the paper. And then you can always pop some sticky tape here just to help you finish it off, and just remember that it's always hidden so it doesn't really matter how much you use. And then just to neaten it up, you just fold over that tiny little tab there and press it flush against the present and finish it off with one last piece of sticky tape. And then we do the exact same process on the other side. So again, making sure those edges are nice and flush, and then just finishing it off with some tape, and then you are finished with your present wrapping. So now that we've wrapped our presents, we can move on to decorating. So I have an assortment of different items here. So we have some ribbon of all different kinds and some different name tags, the stick-on version and the ones that you tie on, and some little stick-on bows as well. You can spend as much as you like on these or as little, and I just picked these up from my local supermarket, but you can get these wherever you can find Christmas wrapping. So first we're going to start with a basic ribbon. To get the perfect length of ribbon, wrap it around the present before you cut it off the roll. So you're just going to place it over the top and then take it underneath the bottom. And because this ribbon has a print only on one side, you're going to have to wrap it around twice so the print stays on the side that you want before taking it to the top of the present. So from here we just tie a bow. So I started with a knot just to hold everything in place, so it just made it easier to tie the bow. Once again with the print, you will have to do the loop around with the print on the wrong side, so when you feed it back through the bow, it comes onto the correct side. And then you can just play around with the bow until it looks really nice and neat and exactly how you want it. And then trim the edges on an angle, because I just think it makes it look nice and neat and a little bit more polished. To finish off, I chose a name tag that was a little bit more elegant and that complemented the colours of the wrapping paper. And once you've tied that on, you are all finished with your first present. With this one, I wanted to go with a little bit more of a vintage feel. So I've already wrapped a red ribbon around the gift, just like we did in our previous one. And now I'm just taking some paper twine and wrapping it over the top. So I'm feeding it under the bow and just taping it in place so it makes it easier to fold it underneath. And we take it under and do the same thing, wrapping it around and twisting it, and you don't need to worry about which way the bow sits on this one because it is just a piece of twine. Don't cut it off the roll until you've got the correct length. And then on the top here, I just tied it in a single bow to hold it in place. And then I'm just going to take the excess sides underneath the red bow so it all holds together as one bow. Now don't worry if this does look a little messy in the center because we are about to fix that. Again, trimming up your ribbons on that angle, and then as a finishing touch, placing a nice little festive bow right on the top, and you are finished. Now there are many different ways that you can decorate your presents, so get creative. You can also do all different styles depending on who you're giving the gift to. So for kids, your mum, or your boyfriend or girlfriend, just anything that suits their personality. So these gift wrapping ideas are more for those awkward presents that are just too hard to wrap, or if you simply don't have time. The first is gift bags. Every Christmas there is a huge range of gift bags from different shapes and sizes and designs, and you can always add some bows and ribbons to make them a little bit more personal. So next is gift boxes. So this is just like our present wrapping, but most of the hard work is done for you. Just pop your gift in the box and then just add some pretty ribbons and bows and name tags and you're all finished. And there's also some cute festive tissue paper that you can add to make it a little bit more special. From gift cards to gift boxes, there is an option to wrap just about any present. And with some of your own creativity and a little bit of imagination, you can make any present just that little bit more special. Now I hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I did making it. I had so much fun, and please give me a thumbs up if it helped you in any way, and make sure you'll have a very Merry Christmas.